If you have committed a crime, you have to meet your fate. Even if you are a cop, and if you have done anything illegal, you have to face your action. We are going to share some of the story of a broken justice system. This interesting narrative exposes the depths of their crimes and the tangled web of deceit that led them to this inevitable conclusion. When the final countdown to their execution, corrupt cops face the haunting consequences of their actions. As justice collides in a heart-pounding tale of betrayal and the ultimate fight for truth. Give gaze for those who have broken the justice system, and we are exposing the depths of their crimes and the tangled web of fraud that led them to this inevitable conclusion. Number 1. Officer Alonzo Harris. This case, which we are revolving around, is not a simple story. Here, the concept of this corrupted cop will blow your mind. Officer Alonzo Harris, a corrupt cop, justifies his actions and reflects on the consequences of his choice for his wild crimes. First thing first, let's start from the beginning. Alonzo Harris grew up in a disadvantaged neighborhood plagued by crime and violence. He was likely exposed to a harsh and unforgiving environment, which contributed to his morally compromised nature. Plus, growing up in such circumstances, Alonzo might have witnessed numerous injustices and learned early on that survival. Alonzo had a difficult childhood, lacking stable parental figures or positive role models. This absence of guidance and support could have contributed to his sense of self-reliance and disregard for authority. In the absence of healthy influences, he might have gravitated towards individuals involved in criminal activities. By seeing all the injustice every day, motivated by his own experiences and a commitment to justice, he sought to protect and serve his community, utilizing his street smarts and determination to navigate the complex world of law enforcement. Alonzo Harris is depicted as a corrupt and ruthless narcotics detective working for the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD. Things have changed drastically. How? He operates in the crime-ridden neighborhoods of South Central Los Angeles, where he engages in various illegal activities while posing as a law enforcement officer. Based on the film, Training Day, it can be inferred that Alonzo grew up in a tough and disadvantaged environment. His methods and behavior suggest a lack of empathy and a willingness to break the law to achieve his goals. He was arrested today on charges of bribery, drug trafficking, and conspiracy. The arrest followed an extensive investigation, revealing his involvement in a criminal network. Harris, once a symbol of authority, now faces the consequences of his illicit actions. When Harris got to know that, when he heard his death sentence, it is likely that he would experience a complex mix of emotions. Given his manipulative and self-serving nature, he might initially feel a sense of disbelief and denial, refusing to accept the gravity of his actions. However, deep down, he might also experience fear, regret, and a realization that he is now facing the consequences of his immoral choices. The weight of his guilt and the impending end of his life would likely lead to a profound sense of despair and a sobering confrontation with his mortality. Number 2. Lieutenant William Bill Rawls, The Wire, played by John Doman. You will be pretty shocked by knowing this case now, which is going to be disclosed, is kind of similar to the previous case. Growing up in a small town, he was known for his inquisitive nature and a strong sense of justice. He spent his days exploring the outdoors, often getting lost in books and daydreaming about making a difference in the world. His parents, both hard-working individuals, instilled in him the values of honesty, integrity, and compassion. Lieutenant William Bill Rawls, portrayed by John Doman in the TV series The Wire, had a childhood marked by discipline and determination. Growing up in a working-class family in Baltimore, Rawls learned the value of hard work and developed a strong sense of responsibility. These early experiences shaped his character and fueled his desire to protect and serve. Little did he know that his childhood curiosities would later lead him on a path toward becoming a dedicated and respected police officer. Little did he know, Lieutenant William joined the police force to make a positive impact in his community. With a strong sense of duty, acquired the necessary skills to maintain law and order. With his dedication and determination, Lieutenant William aims to contribute towards a safer and more secure society, ensuring justice for all. Lieutenant William is being arrested due to allegations of corruption, abuse of power, and obstruction of justice. It is believed that he abused his authority for personal gain, accepted bribes, and manipulated evidence to protect criminals. Multiple witnesses and evidence have emerged exposing his misconduct. Pretty shocking, right? Now the question began how he got into this scenario. How have all of his oaths changed to behave in this way? His formative years got him a no-nonsense attitude and an unwavering commitment to upholding the law. It was as if a magnetic force tugged at his very being, daring him to venture where others feared to tread. When he got to hear about his death row, experienced a surge of indescribable emotions when he learned of his death sentence. Shock coursed through his veins, paralyzing his thoughts momentarily. Waves of fear crashed upon his psyche, leaving him breathless and trembling. He felt a profound sense of injustice, as if the world had conspired against him. Sadness and despair intertwined, engulfing his heart in a suffocating embrace. The weight of regret bore down upon his soul, regretting the unfulfilled dreams and aspirations that now seemed forever out of reach. Yet amidst the darkness, a flicker of defiance burned within him, refusing to surrender hope until the final moments.